politics has been around till biblical days. The thing is, we should just be in a position where we point people to Christ. We want people in high positions, in our Christians and believers, to shape the narrative, to change the narrative, to bring about a change that's not just physically, but spiritual. And I believe that we can shape the opinion of what is happening in character. The first time I was in shock, I was walking in a mall, me and my wife, and somebody said, "Can I please take a photo with you?"
So there's a podcast for the content creator at this point. Yes, many mentor us a little bit on this.
Start with what you are, where you are, just start. But when you understand purpose, there's nothing in the world that can stop you. A person who knows their purpose is absolutely the most dangerous person on earth.
And welcome to the New Beat podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Murray. And man, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you are new here, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow this community. And so we want to make sure that we keep growing. If you're not new, remember to like the video, helps it get to more people and reach more people. So be sure to do that. Today, we are with the incredible Izaiah Carlsé. It's incredible to have him with us on the podcast. He's a content creator, podcaster, and what we would consider a cultural commentator because of what God is doing in our culture. I believe the Lord is using him in an incredible way. And so we're grateful to have him with us. Izaiah, thank you for sitting down with us.
So, thanks, man. It's a privilege and an honor to be on the podcast. I've seen a couple of the episodes, and I must commend you. The quality is amazing, and congratulations, my brother, on the platform.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I came across you because of some incredible interviews you've done with some incredible people.
Yes, sir.
And so I see your heart for content creation. And I wanted to ask you a question. With all the content that you're putting out, what is it that you're hoping to accomplish?
Yes.
Why are you so driven for content, so passionate about it? What's your heart behind it?
Look, for me, there's two things that changed my perspective completely. Is the fact that they say it's either you a consumer or you a creator. So what changed my mind completely is that every day, every person is on their cell phones consuming content.
Yeah, that's true.
If I catch myself 1 hour watching content, I feel bad. I'm like, okay, you're not even creating anything. You just watch it. So majority of people, they are consumers and not creators. And what I try to do is to push creating. We see the news. We see things happening in society. We see everything. We have encouragement that we want to give to people. And that is what I do.
Yeah.
I wake up every single day, give encouragement to somebody. I watch the news. I give my commentary on the news. I watch anything, any current affairs happening. If I have an opinion, I put it out there. And the reason I do these things, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm a preacher of the gospel. And I believe that we can shape the opinion of what is happening in current affairs. So perhaps we can give a different perspective.
Yeah.
If you see a mother being killed, you deal with the issue that this guy is on drugs, but this guy is also has a lack of identity. And the only way he can get to his identity is if he knows his creator. And that's where we come in. We say, okay, yes, he can go to counseling, which is great. He can go for therapy, which is great. But he does not know his creator. If a product does not know the manufacturer, the product does not know what it has been born for.
Come on.
And it is our mission and our goal as children of God to point people to the manufacturer, point people to the creator, and say, whatever we are facing, whatever the current affairs is right now, nothing is new under the sun. God is still in charge. And that is basically why I do what I do.
Sure. Because the thing that I've been thinking, and I've seen it in your content, so it's amazing to hear it, because a lot of what I'm hoping to accomplish, even with the podcast, is I believe Christ is meant to be speaking into culture.
Yes, sir.
Christ is meant to be speaking into everything that's happening in South Africa.
Yes, sir.
And that is meant to be directing it towards the redemptive purpose and which he had. And I think for a large part, us as Christians, we've not been as engaged with it as we should be. And we've left, the seat of the public square of discussions and opinions and what's directing the course of the dialogue of the nation to people who have a different worldview. And so even when you look at politics, is it that something that you take into it, when you might be giving commentary, that there's this worldview of Christianity, the Christ, and then the gospel, that you're trying to intentionally infuse in that?
Everybody is affected by politics.
Yeah.
You go wash politics. The water, it's politics. You being able to drink, have clear water to drink, it's politics. Everything you do, politics has its way in there. You putting on your lights, politics. Electricity that you buy, politics. Every single thing. We cannot deny the fact that we have to know politics even as Christians. How can you not know current affairs? Do you want to, you watch news every day, but if somebody who's a creator that's independent posts the very same thing that you watch on the news, it's a problem. How is that a problem?
Yeah.
But you pay DSTV to watch news. In the olden days when we wish the whole family used to watch Siva and the Lion and Movanga and all those things, after that you wait for the news to watch current affairs. You want to know what is happening in the country. How are we affected by this? So politics has been around since biblical days. The thing is, we should just be in a position where we point people to Christ. We want people in higher positions that are Christians and believers.
Thank you.
To shape the narrative, to change the narrative, to bring about a change that's not just physically, but spiritually. We don't want prayer to be taken out of schools, religion to be taken out of schools.
Yeah.
That has to do with politics. That has to do with somebody who's in a higher position that's a Christian that says, we will not allow this. When we open an assembly, we will pray. When we open the classroom, we will pray. That is politics. And if done right, we can change people's lives and introduce them to God and introduce them to Jesus, and that is what we want to do.
And I love that you enrolling, because I think that our generation and where we are as a nation now, that the direction of our nation is going to be determined by how our generation is choosing to show up within this current culture and society. And so even where you see that the dynamics of even independent media is shaking, that the voices that are influencing the culture and influencing media, that is also changing. You mentioned in one of your videos, Rob Hersoft, and what he was doing and him starting the channel, and maybe you can just maybe double down on that a little bit.
And I don't even think people understood what I said.
Yeah.
A billionaire that has all the money in the world. Yeah. You a billionaire. You sorted for life. A billionaire decides at the age of 65, 66 to launch a YouTube channel. Why?
Yeah.
Because independence is key. Right now, we live in a generation where independence, you can build your own news channel from a phone. You can build your own channel from where you are. And people don't understand. To have an online platform is powerful. Because, and people can use it for different ways. Some use it, to push a terrible agenda. But us, we want to push an agenda of believers, of Christ, good morals and values. And the point I was bringing is that sometimes when you get to the peak of having money, you realize, but money without influence, money without respect, money without being known,
Yeah.
And this is where I think this is where the billionaire finds himself to say that, listen, um, let's say he wants to start a political party.
Yeah.
You need a platform to speak from.
You need it. And you need to own it.
Did you see what I'm saying? A lot of people judge smaller creators, people that don't have a lot of money, for starting where they are. But look at a billionaire still deciding to build a platform. And I'm going to encourage somebody. You're sitting at home, brother, start. Start with what you have, where you are. Just start. Stop talking about it. Stop talking about your dreams. Stop sitting on the corner and say, bruh, yes, I want to still start a pot. Start, bro. Start. You would be amazed to see what God can do if you decide to start.
Sure. And I think more people need to hear that. They hire, man. More people. I still don't think we realize how powerful content creation is. You know, so something that I was thinking about is, and the reason why we haven't come to terms with how influential we are as a generation with these phones in our hands, with the content, is you saw everything that happened. I don't know if you were following the Russia Gate situation, where there were these influencers who were getting used by the Russian government to okay. I also saw that, yes. And I thought that the influencers didn't realize, now whether it was, human trafficking or, those things are uncertain. Yeah. But the first thing I could have asked if I was one of the influencers is, isn't Russia in a current war that's happened? Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. My point is, I don't think they realize how influential they become as a result of content creation. I mean, even as a business strategy. So I know you've done it. You've started encouraging us here about content creation. What are maybe 2 or 3 just gems of wisdom? And maybe you can share a bit of your journey as well with content creation. I love your podcast, the Believer podcast. Make sure that you go and check it out. Absolutely incredible. So maybe just 1 or 2 gems of wisdom for the content creator or somebody who hasn't got into first gear yet. What would you say?
First of all, you have to get over yourself. The number one, the doubt, am I good enough? Will I be able to articulate myself well? Am I eloquent? Am I all those things? First point is start. Start with where you are. Where the first time I recorded a video is a couple of years ago. I made the video and I looked at the video and I looked at the video and I played the video. I'm like, am I speaking it right? Am I saying this right? And I posted the video.
Yeah.
And I got a couple of likes, but I'm like, yo, these people like a video that I post.
Yeah.
And this comes natural from me.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, the first thing I would say is that you have to start posting. A lot of people think, but I need to get my quality right. How are you getting your quality right if you're not posting? Post. No, I only have a Alcatel. Post. I only have a Samsung. It's an old one. Post. If you are serious, that will not stop you. That will never stop you. Whatever you do, you have to keep on posting. Are you down? Post. Are you up? Post. Whatever you do, keep on creating content. Every single day when you wake up, there's content. When I'm down, my scripture changes from how I would encourage you when I'm up to how I would encourage you when I'm feeling down.
Yeah.
When I say, I know the Lord will come through for us, I'm speaking about myself. I'm including myself. When I encourage you, I'm encouraging myself. This morning I posted that die Here maak 'n weg. And the reason I said that is because I fully believe that God makes a way. And I'm not talking about stuff I heard. I'm talking about stuff I've seen with my own eyes.
Yeah.
And so whatever situation you find yourself in, share it. When I'm up, I share. When I'm down, I'm share. I share. It's all part of the bigger picture. Then the second one is take yourself serious.
Okay.
I think a lot of people don't take themselves serious.
Unpack it a bit for us.
Make an example. You look up to a few people.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You think this person is cool. This person is a large photo. A person is a normal person. It's just a normal person that decided to take themselves serious. The first time I was in shock, I was walking in a mall, me and my wife, and somebody said, "Can I please take a photo with you?" I didn't even want a photo with another. Who am I that you want a photo with me? Sure. And it's not about somebody wanting a photo with you. It's the fact that this person realized that I take myself serious. So they take me serious. Up until you get to a point where you can take yourself serious, let's go. Just leave with the content creation. Just let it aside, put the phone down, just consume content and don't create. Sure. But if you take yourself serious, you say, okay, today I want to dedicate 1 hour for content only. If I watch the ad hoc comedy talking,
Yeah.
and like yesterday,
I love the content to be shared.
like yesterday, we were watching on make an example, we're watching on the TV.
Yeah.
If there's something happening there that I'm like, this is deep, I move to the room to go record it and then perhaps give commentary on it. You know, like I take myself, say, whether somebody, and remember, name calling is going to happen. Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
I think you're a celebrity.
That was going to be one of my questions.
Yeah, people are like, oh, you also now want to do content. Now, what's the problem with it?
Yeah.
Remember, people will only make fun of you up until you make it. The day you make it, then they ask you, how did you do it? But while you're in the process, they laugh at you. They say, every day you're on your phone, or whatever. But if you stick it out and you make it, per se, next thing you know, they're telling people they know you. They want to be a social. Now they know name dropping. They name dropping. But yeah, no, the second thing is just take yourself serious. In this life, you have to take yourself serious. You have to take yourself in any aspect.
And tell me, like, because that was me my question, man. Just how do you deal with the comments, because we found now that the people who want to just comment on people who are building something is way more than the people who are actually building.
Yeah.
So how do you process that? Like how when you go through do you go through comments? Is there something you do, or do you post and leave it? Because let me tell you why I'm asking question. I posted a video on TikTok not too long ago. And in the video, I was saying that, a lot of these podcasts that, that are commercial podcasts are inviting some of the weirdest Christians on so they prevent us. But these people, we don't even agree with it. Now, there was a lot of people who agreed with my opinion on this.
Yeah.
There were people who had the most outrageous comments about it. And I was even wrestling with, Matt, should I take the video down? Should I not take the video down?
Yeah.
So there's a podcast for the content creator at this point.
Yes.
So maybe mentor us a little bit on this.
No, you're going to get cooked in the comments. Comes with the territory.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. But if it's your opinion.
Okay.
I remember I posted last year, I was very upset, listen to this crazy story. We're playing Argentina. The Springboks are playing Argentina.
Yeah.
And we're playing Argentina on a away game on their home ground. And all it takes right now is for Manny Lebok to basically get the conversion, not the conversion, the penalty.
Okay.
Get the 3 points and we win.
Yeah.
But the entire team played terribly, the whole thing. The entire team, the whole time. And like we don't deserve to win.
Yeah.
But we now have an opportunity to win.
Yeah.
This is now past 12 in the morning. Manny takes the kick, misses the kick. The raw emotion that time. And I think Manny is a great person. Yeah. He's a great player. But the raw emotion that time, I said, Manny shouldn't be on the field. Why did they let Manny feel that they, why is Pollard not on there? And with all due respect, these are the things they say. I posted on my Facebook as a status. I go to bed. Next morning I wake up, I have 700 comments. Who do you think you are? You go show us. Go in the field and go show us if you can play better than Manny. It got to a point where this was a Sunday. Went to church, came out of church. The comments doubled. We now at I think 1.7 thousand comments.
So
of people just frying is the cooking you. And my wife asked me, do you want to delete it? And I say, if this was any other thing, I would have deleted it. But this is my opinion. Like, this is my opinion. Like, if this was me saying something really to discredit somebody or whatever, this was my opinion from having to watch the game. Majority of the people that commented, they didn't watch the game. So they didn't feel the raw emotions of, we just needed 3 points and then it's done and dusted. And so on a daily basis, when I go through my comment section, I'm being cooked. Especially if it's, let's say, sports, if it's politics, they will cook me. Sometimes even when I post scriptures and I encourage people. So what you need to understand, 99% of the people that come with terrible comment don't even have a profile picture.
That's true.
How can I concern myself? How can I concern myself?
Yeah.
Yeah? With a person who is too shy,
So you put a picture.
too coward to put a pic. I mean, if you're gonna say something, say it with your chest, bro.
Yeah.
If you're gonna talk bad about somebody, say it with your profile picture on.
Yeah.
But it has become the norm of people to drag down other people. And how it happens is we have a society that likes to build people to break them down. The very same person because you know what people love? They appreciate the journey. They appreciate the process. But when the process is complete and you've actually made it, now they want to cut you down. Now he thinks he's better. Why must he have a lot of followers? Somebody said, thinks he's a celebrity. But these are people that supported you on the journey of becoming. Now that you become, they want to break you down.
Sure.
You can never concern yourself with people who would like to break down. I only concern myself with builders.
That's it. That's it.
That's why a big content creator will never speak bad about a small content creator, knowing how much it takes to build. I mean, it takes a lot. And so when I look at the comment section, sometimes I get upset and I respond. But if it's a back and forth block, my favorite thing to do is block. TD Jakes once said, I have a gift in goodbyes. I love goodbyes. He says he loves to say goodbye. So I love to block people. Like, imagine. All I have to press is block and I don't see you anymore. I block, bro. And so if you go through, like, for instance, when you said you made the video.
Yeah.
That's a conviction you had, isn't it?
100%.
So if your conviction is so utter, why would you, at the first glance of a negativity, want to be it? And obviously it's because we want to be liked.
Yeah.
We want to be like, okay, they don't think I'm controversial or whatever. But my brother, this is the price to pay. This is the price to pay. With putting out work there, you will be criticized.
Yeah.
The only person that never gets criticized is the person that does nothing with their lives. Then we don't have anything to criticize. You just at home, so we say nothing.
Yeah. I was thinking, because somebody that I was really admiring, and of course we lost him recently, was Charlie Kirk. And you know what I was saying to somebody? I was saying that the thing with Charlie Kirk was that Charlie Kirk was doing everything he was doing while still simultaneously knowing exactly what the cost would be. He did exactly what he done. He knew that his words would be taken out of context. He knew that the threats on his life were so many, because he actually used to go with a bulletproof vest when he's going onto the platform and he's speaking, right? But I was saying that, so this man knew very, very well that he could die, that people will misunderstand him, but he done it anyway. And I think us, even as content creators who are willing to speak up, even when there might be a cost to speaking, people misunderstand me, people I know might, criticize me or what have you. But that we cannot now afford to keep quiet. And it's people like you who are speaking up, who are having a voice, so that we admire. And so I think, how important do you think it is where we are right now as a culture, as a society, for us not to be silent?
Listen, Make an example with Charlie Kirk. Yeah. There's a lot of opinions about the guy.
100%.
Yet, so many people came forward and said, this guy has changed my life. So many people came forward and said, this guy was so young, but he gave me a job. So many people said, he listened to the left and the right. So many people say nobody could debate a person like him. So many people say this guy had the courage to go sit in front of 2,000 students and just talk. Do you agree with me on this or don't you agree with? There's the stage, take the mic, let's talk.
Yeah.
And when you look at the, the thing that inspired me the most
Yeah.
is the memorial service. The day you die, the day, both of us, everybody watching this, the day you close your eyes, who's coming to your memorial? Whose life did you impact? There's a quote that says, live full, die empty.
Yeah.
A 31-year-old
Yeah.
is a memorial service of over 100,000 people in a stadium where everybody is declaring the name of Jesus Christ. And now I'm asking you right now, do you think it was worth it to live that way? 100%.
Sure.
100%. We are all born with a purpose. Miles Monroe writes, he says, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. This guy's life could have went a different direction if he was lazy and he didn't understand purpose. But when you understand purpose, there's nothing in the world that can stop you. A person who knows their purpose is absolutely the most dangerous person on earth. That person is not worried about your opinions. That person is not worried about who likes them, who doesn't like them. When I look at the life of Jesus Christ, comes here completely keeping his divinity while taking on humanity.
Come on now.
Walks this journey completely perfect, yet feeling all emotions as a human being.
Come on.
Goes to the cross. When he was in Gethsemane, he felt the emotions, yet he says, if it be, let this cup pass, but nevertheless, not my will, but let your will be done. In 33 years, lives a full life, makes an impact, dies on the cross, goes to the grave, gets resurrected, and he told them how long it will take. He said, this temple, I will break down and rebuild in 3 days. When the people were looking for a sign, he says, just like Jonah was in the whale's belly for 3 days, so shall the Son of Man be in the grave for 3 days. He did it exactly how he said he's going to do it. And when he was done, he told the disciples, now go do the same. Leaves a mark so deep. 2,000 years later, we're still preaching Jesus.
Come on.
We're still bringing people to Jesus. He's still changing our lives. And then when he's done being in the body, he says, it is to your benefit that I go. Because if I don't go, the Holy Spirit cannot come. So he multiplies himself. He says, when I'm in the body, I can be at one place at one time. But when I move and transcend out of the body, I can now be at your situation, in my situation, at the same time. My point I'm bringing back is that if you don't know your purpose, you will judge other people for living out their purpose. If you run a race and you are not sticking in your lane, and you are not focused in your lane, you start looking at me now. You start looking at what I'm busy doing. A life like Charlie, a life like all these great people that have died before their time, perhaps they've lived a more fuller life than people who live up until 80. I'd rather live till 30 or 40, pushing so hard, introducing people to Jesus Christ and died than to live to 80 and never tap into my purpose.
I love that you mentioned Miles Monroe, because one of the things I love that he said is, that the grave is full of people who have potential.
He said,
Full of people who have ideas.
he said that is the most expensive place.
Yeah.
He said it's the most richest place. Because people say, I'll write a book one day. I'll write a journal one day. I'll start a brand one day. I'll help people. I'll start an NGO. I'll never do it. You have to be a doer. Exactly. And one day, like I said, my brother, that's that we are doing. This look insignificant till everything changes. And then everybody looks to podcasters to come and tell their story.
Yeah.
Everybody look to podcasters to come and say, this happened and that happened. So right now, perhaps everybody don't understand, but loving your purpose. Because there's a need. There's a quote that says the need is the call. So there's a need that young people have. And when they listen to you, there's a voice they should hear that will change their lives. You understand what I'm saying? If you are obedient into what you're supposed to do, you will attract the right people. You will change the right people. You will impact the people that you are called for. But if you don't move in what you are supposed to do, those people die. Never meeting Jesus, those people died. Never being educated. Your harvest goes to waste.
Yeah. And so I think, listen, this I think is so powerful, the discussion that we're having, because what I want anyone to take away from this thus far is do not sit on what God has given you to do.
Amen.
What God has assigned you for, what God has placed inside of you, you cannot die with it. You cannot shy away from it. I know that you do youth ministry as well. You involve with young people.
Man.
And it seems like such a passion of you.
Man. You know, young people, we are youth pastors. And when we took over, it was about 20, 25. And we've grown last week, we were 126.
Sure.
And 25 from 25.
My God.
What I see with young people is that all I see is myself. So when I refuse to basically let go of young people, I never wanted somebody to walk away from me and refuse to help me. So when I preach to knowing how it feels to be that young and going through a lot of things. Our young people of today, Gen Zs, they're facing worse things we faced. Now the other day I asked people, 15, 16-year-olds, do you know anybody in your age group that's on drugs? 99% raised them.
Sure.
I asked, do you know any people, your age group, that's having sex? 99% raised hands. This is what the youth is facing currently. And we have a responsibility to preach Jesus to them, but also give them life lessons. Give them life lessons that if a guy that's older than you flirts with you, it's not cute. If a guy's giving you attention and he's older than you, it's not cute. There's nothing cute about it. That guy he's a pedophile. He's playing with you. He knows your brain is not fully developed, and he's playing with it. I told the guys, there's nothing embarrassing being 25, 26 and still being a virgin. 100%. Why are you going around sleeping with people? And I'm talking from experience because we've all been there. You think you're macho when you sleep around. You think you're macho when you jump from relationship to relationship. But all those things keep you back. And so the reason I have a passion for the youth is because those are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the leaders of tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we have to instill godly principles within them.
Yeah.
We have to preach the gospel to them. We have to introduce them to Jesus, because 2 months ago, at a memorial service of a 16-year-old that committed suicide, what do you say?
Sure.
So I told the youth, you can trust me and my wife with your biggest and most darkest secrets.
My word.
Because you need somebody to talk to.
You do.
I told him, I'll shout you, but we'll walk the journey together.
Come on.
Because
Beautiful.
young people feel like nobody understands me.
Yeah.
My mother's not hearing me. My father's not hearing me. Maybe my pastor's going to shout me. Brother, we're here to listen to you. And our job is to preach Jesus, but to show humanity to to those kids.
100%.
And majority of the time, I can only tap into my own life. I tell them where I've been. I tell them how I got angry because my parents got divorced. I tell them how I had anger as a young person. I told them how I tried out smoking, how I tried out weed, how I tried out drinking, all those things. And I tell them nothing fulfilled me. And when I tell them stop smoking, it's not things I've heard. I'm telling you, it's difficult to quit. I'm telling people, it's the cigarettes. It's difficult to quit cigarettes. It's very difficult. So when I see smokers struggling, they ask me, how did you quit smoking? It was supernatural. It was supernatural. The desire to smoke went away. Because I asked God and I prayed about it. The same for you, you can do those things. Now young people, they're vaping. And what parents don't understand, perhaps it looks harmless. It's just vaping. But there's never a time when you try out vaping where you don't want to increase the nicotine level. Then you move to smoking. When you're smoking, you cook. When you're smoking, next thing you try out maybe is weed. When you're at weed, next thing, like I need something stronger. So you go to drugs and you go to these things. And basically all these things happen because of a door that's being opened. Perhaps they feel rejected. Perhaps they feel not heard. They go try out things to draw attention to themselves. Majority of these girls that are working on Instagram or whatever, it's an acceptance problem. You feel rejected. Now you want the world to tell you you are beautiful. But we should have fixed that at home already. Where the parents tell the child, you are beautiful. You don't need outside validation. So when it comes to the youth, man, that's what I love for.
Yeah. Do you think there is, and I don't know, because you in youth ministry now, I'd love to hear your take on it, just your thoughts on it. Because with the introduction of social media, with this generation who now does not know a world without social media, they only know social media. And whereas social media gives the facade of being you connected to people, you have people in your life, you have followers, what we're dealing with is an incredibly lonely generation, even though they have all of this attention. And so how are you seeing that? I know you just spoke about a young person that had committed suicide, and so how are you seeing that play out in this generation, particularly them being as lonely as they are?
100%.
Yeah.
Social media is so, because they see you have to be perfect.
Yeah.
They'll tell you, I can't post this photo because this photo is not on that level. I need it to be perfect. Then what I've realized is there's a lot on Instagram and the friends on Instagram. And so there's a lot of comparison happening. I know people that are 13 that have iPhone 16s. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I know a 15 or 16, 17-year-old that comes to the youth with his mother's a Mercedes Benz, a red one. And then when he wants to go play, he gives me the key to open. The comparison is so ridiculous that the people start getting lonely because they feel like nobody can relate to me. In today's life, what's crazy, even if you come from a normal home, I'm talking about a normal home, that means your parents can still pay the bills. They can pay your...
They're stable.
They're stable.
Yeah.
Like, they never involve you in things. There's never a time when they say they don't have bread, money for bread or whatever. It's still lonely.
Yeah.
And it's the tactic of the enemy to isolate the child.
Yeah.
If the enemy isolates the teenager, he can play with the mind like the 16-year-old. Then he can tell you are worth nothing. No one will miss you if you take your own life. It's better for you to be gone and then you'll be celebrated than to be here. And that is what happens. The enemy, he basically thrives in isolation. And so when a child is all the time in their rooms and the parents are okay with the child being in the room and the child saying, I'm not gonna watch TV with you guys, or I'm not gonna go with you guys. Or it's the job of the parent to make sure you don't have a say. You chilling with us, and that level of bond that you build with the family could save your child's life. I'm dead serious. Because that's how like young boys fall into pornography, being in the room alone. Testosterone is high. He's in the room alone. He has a phone. He has internet. He falls into pornography.
Easy access.
Yeah, I had a testimony of one of the young men that fell into pornography at a young age, and he's still very young. But I mean, fell into pornography. It took his confidence. It took his view of women away. He could never look a woman in the eye. He looked down. And so this is the job of the enemy. He isolates you, and then he fills you with filthy thoughts, dark thoughts, gives you depression, tells you what is wrong with you. And so a lot of young people are struggling because they don't know their identity. And identity is fully found in Scripture. It's found in Jesus Christ. So all they really need is support and love and attention. And it's not easy, man, because um they're going through a lot. They're going through the worst peer pressure that you can think of.
Yeah.
You know,
Everything we win, everything we have multiplied, amplified.
multiplied.
Yeah.
Because they on TikTok.
Yeah.
We had mix at that time. We had
True.
It wasn't even as crazy.
Yeah.
But these days, it's normal for a 14-year-old to have the latest phone.
Yeah.
It's normal for a 14-year-old to be dropped off in a Range Rover at youth. You like, bro, I was trying to buy bread, bro. This is sorted. And so what we should preach is that Jesus loves you and that you are not a nobody. And that whatever you're going through, whatever the situation at all, whatever you're going through, you can overcome through the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. Scripture says we already overcame the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And so every week is just giving love, because you never know what the child is going through at all.
Sure.
Sure. And that is our job, man, to be there for him, to assist, to help, to my wife is basically an open door there for them. They'll chat to her, not chat to me. They tell her all the boyfriend issues, and what we've realized is that we try to acknowledge it. So you went through a breakup, we try to take it as serious as you take it. Not trying to tell you, he's one at the kind what can you? Because that's how we grew up. What do you know about the relationship?
That's so good what you've just said.
Right.
That's so good.
Right. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
The hurt they experience is a terrible hurt. It's really a breakup hurt. So if we don't acknowledge it, they're never going to come talk to you again. You say, what can you find relationships? They can't. These people are in deep relationships, deep emotional connections. And so what we've realized from our first year, we made mistakes. I used to tell them, what do you know about relationships?
Yeah. That's the default response.
And so now we take it serious. No, you have a new boyfriend. Now, who's this guy? So that we can know. Tomorrow when you're missing, we know where to go find you. And so I think people should be more open to hear what they say. I'm not saying you condone it, but it's not good to play ignorance that you don't want to accept it. Guess what? It's still happening. Even if you don't accept it, it's still happening. So acknowledge it and try to walk the journey. Try to assist where you can. And this is what we've been able to do. And so they don't feel as lonely.
Yeah.
So they can send my wife 2 a.m, they send the long messages.
Yeah.
And we assist, yeah.
And you know why I really love this pocket of conversation we're in? Because I think the role of us as our generation is really to come into these leadership places. And one thing that a lot of us struggle with is inviting them into our lives. And it sounds like this is something that you and your wife have decided, that, you know what, this is we're gonna do life with these young people, and that's so admirable. Because I know it comes with the costs of it, right? Whether that's financially, emotionally, your space, all of those things, right? I have a good friend of mine. She has a camp that she's doing in December, but the title of the camp is The Battle for Gen Z.
Sure.
Right? The battle for Gen Z.
Wow.
And I think that's one of the things we need more of, is to invite these young people into our lives. And for whatever reason we're on this, how have y'all navigated the cost of that? Is it something that you and your wife have sat down and y'all say, and you can tell me if this is appropriate question.
Yeah.
But is it something y'all have sat down and you have counter cost and you have decided this is worth it? This is something God's called us to, and we're going to make sure that we get this done. Is that something y'all have decided that,
So let me tell you the story. So I've always wanted to do ministry. I believe I'm called.
Okay.
I've known this since a young age, and so we've always been leaders within the church.
Okay.
Different churches and so forth and so forth. And so when we were dating,
Okay.
getting serious, got engaged and so forth, we went for premarital counseling. So when we went for premarital counseling, we decided to go to a pastor that both of us don't know, to be as honest and transparent.
Neutral as possible. Yeah.
So we went to the pastor and so forth, and it's a great man. Great man in ministry. He's been in ministry 45 years. He's been married 50 years. Just ridiculous. Yeah. And he counsels us, and we go through premarital counseling and so forth. And he senses and he discerns that we are called.
Mm.
And his son is a senior pastor.
Okay.
And long story short, they probably had a conversation and so forth. And me and my wife go and get married. 2 weeks after we got married, we got a call from the senior pastor. Sure, listen, there's that. We met up and so forth, and he was hearing us. What do we think of, leading the youth at the church? So we went to go pray about it, and this was the next move for us. And so we went into the 2 months married or so forth, starting a ministry.
Sure. Oh, wow.
So you had to juggle, like, you juggling being married.
Yeah, newly married. I'm talking about new married. Yeah, that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yo.
You're learning how to be a husband, how to be a deep boss. You're learning everything.
Wow.
And so as old as or as long as we've been leading youth, that's how long we've been married.
Yo. It's like getting a baby at 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So obviously, trial and error. First year, same with marriage. You don't know everything. You're failing, you getting up, you maybe too harsh, then you lean to the other extreme, being too soft, and then you're like, I need to get the middle ground here. And so that was it for us. So we took on the thing at moments. There were moments on Fridays when it was tough, because make an example, you have a fight. On your way to youth, you have a fight.
Yeah.
You have to get it together.
Yeah.
We have to go lead this.
You really thank you for being real tough.
Like, you have a fight, you can't. Yeah, brother. Like, listen, we have to sort this out because I still need to go preach. So can we sort this out?
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna be upset now the whole time when we get there. So juggling both, it's obviously, we know that we are called for this. We know that we are called, and we see what God is doing. But there's a price. There's a price. No Fridays.
Yeah.
No Fridays, and opening up your life to the youth.
Yeah.
I've made mistakes at the youth. Do I understand? Kind of not hearing out where our members are coming from. Make an example now, you too harsh. Or maybe, like I said earlier, you act like their feelings don't matter or so forth, because you just want to preach or you just want to give them the word. And now we're at a point where I think there's a balance where you can hear them out. And my pastor always says, like, make an example, a preacher, when he preaches, he always says the preacher earns the right to go loud.
Okay.
Can't just come and preach loud here.
Okay. Oh,
We can't just start and preach loud. Huh?
I see.
We'll let you be doing too much. You earn the right to go loud.
Hmm.
And so I think we've earned the right to be strict.
Mm.
They don't think I don't love them anymore when I'm strict.
Hmm.
They know. I've been soft. I've heard your story. I know you. So when I tell you stop this, it's not from hate. It's love.
Mm.
And so I think we've, over almost 3 years, we've earned the right to be strict and to speak into their lives. And they are open to all of it.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful because our generation now, I think because we're needing to take up this role and this position with with the young people and there's a lot of responsibility on us now. And like, we used to look for the adults in the room. No, we're the adults in the room. So many. Yeah. So now we have to step up in those places. And I think so many times people want to, first perfect something before they've started. Like you say now that, you're started and you had to learn how to work with these young people, how to, navigate this whole thing. So maybe if I can, maybe you could encourage us and maybe we'll end the playing here. For someone with just the experience that you have now with with ministry and with content creation and everything you're doing. I know you're doing some amazing work. How would you encourage me if I'm idle? I have the dream, I have the vision, and I know you've done this, but I have the dream, I have the vision, and I'm waiting to be perfect to start. How would you encourage me to start anyway?
I can only speak about my own life, my brother.
Please do.
When I've basically lost everything
Sure.
and I was in the butts, struggling. No money, no car, no wife at the time as now, obviously. And it feels like almost nothing is happening.
Hmm.
It feels like almost God has forgotten about you. And here's the deepest part is you have forgotten who you are. Because what circumstances usually do is they make you completely forget who you are.
Mm.
And being in that difficult spot, you it's easy to praise other people and to say, just these people are doing amazing. I wish I can be like them.
Mm.
And being in that situation, I remember one day laying in bed, man, with tears running down my face. And there's a song that says, it won't always be like this.
Mm.
And I told myself, it won't always be like this. But my man, when we get up here,
Mm.
there is nothing and nobody that will stop us.
Mm.
And I made a decision right there and then. Like the opinions of men will always be there, but you have to keep pushing. And I decided to start. In 2020, I was working in retail and they said we can't come to work. We can only work 3 days in a week. Like, okay, this is cutting my money now.
Yeah.
I started a brand called Believer.
Mm.
And I didn't have a printing company. I didn't even have bulk t-shirts. I print on demand. So if you want the t-shirt, I go buy the t-shirt. Payment confirms order.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm telling you? Yeah. Yeah. Brother, here's what people don't know. Through making t-shirts, I had extra money to eat.
Sure.
I had extra money to buy, your toiletries and buy groceries in the house.
Mm.
Out of nothing, something.
Mm.
I didn't have extra money. I had your money.
Mm.
I didn't even have my money. So if you confirm the order, you send the money to confirm the order.
That's the money that's going to do it now.
I go get the t-shirt with your money. I go print the t-shirt with your money. I package the t-shirt with your money. I send it to you with your money.
Whatever's left over.
Whatever is left over is now profit. I can do something. But Yeah. God gave me the vision and say, stop complaining, dream and do.
Come on.
You have no money. You have no printing company. You don't even have t-shirts that are laying around that you can just print on.
What's the lose?
You just have a vision. Just do something. And that's my encouragement today.
Wow.
Where you are sitting now, I know you have the plans. I know you've listen, you even on ChatGPT. ChatGPT has given you countless business plans, yet you haven't acted.
Come on.
I survived COVID because of my brand. There was work, yes, I was going to work.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about extra without now paying rent and this to actually live a normal life was because of my brand.
Mm.
And I built the brand from nothing. And obviously later on when things got a little bit comfortable, perhaps I wasn't as ambitious and I relaxed a little bit. But I got that conviction again to build a brand bigger than it ever was right now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But where you are sitting today,
Mm.
nobody's coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. There's no rich aunt from America that's going to send you $1,000,000. There's nobody who's going to come out of the blue and assist you. Everything you need to be successful is on the inside of you. You have to get up and do something. You have to get up and go. You have to get up and dream. You have to get up and pursue your dream so viciously that nobody can stop you. At the end of the day, people will talk. Whether you up and down, people will talk. Whether you in a taxi or in a car, people will talk. Whether you have expensive clothes on or no clothes, people will talk. Whether you wear no brand or the best brand, people will talk. You have to do something. Do something. Create something. Do something with your life. And here's what I want you to do. Don't even do it for people. Don't even do it for your parents. Don't even do it necessarily for your children. Do it for you, man.
Mm.
Do something that you can be proud of. Something that you can look back and say, I did this by the grace of God.
Amen.
I was able to do this.
Come on.
Miles Monroe says this, and I'm speaking to men. I have a great passion for men. Because if you get the man right, the whole family is sorted.
Yes, sir.
He says that the validation of a man does not come from the words of his girlfriend or his wife, the flattery words of his wife. That is not where you get your validation from. The validation from a man comes from his work, not his job,
Mm.
his work, the thing that you were created for.
Mm.
So when I'm in a podcast, I have validation.
Come on.
When I'm talking to people, I have validation. When I'm doing ministry, there's validation from the work I was created to do. So today, go ask yourself, who is this person? Who am I? I was so in pain when I went through a lot of things. Then I had to reintroduce myself to myself.
Come on.
Isaiah, this is not you, brother. Yeah. You are a great man. You are a great speaker. You are eloquent. You are a great leader. You are born as a beast. But I don't recognize you.
Mm.
Do it right now. And so that's my encouragement. God is glorified when we live out our purpose.
Come on.
God is glorified when we step into who we are supposed to be. Don't think about other people. Leave other people alone. Focus on yourself. David Gawkins says, burn all the boats. Burn all the yarn. And then he asks, who's going to carry the boats? Who's going to go to that next level? Who's going to reach, the millions? I want to be a multi-millionaire one day.
Come on.
I'm not a millionaire. You understand what I'm saying? I want to be rich one day. I want to help people one day. I want to pay for matric farewells. I want to pay for bursaries. I want to send people to university one day. I want people to wear the Believer brand all over the world. It sounds ridiculous, right? That's how you're supposed to sound. To dream bigger than your circumstance.
Come on.
Dream bigger than your current situation. Dream bigger than your salary. You have to dream bigger. And I'm telling you this, other people who are big dreamers are attracted to people that dream big.
Come on. Man, thank you so much. Listen, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yes.
Isaiah, man, this was absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
And we thank God for the platform that you're building with the Believers podcast. Man, please make sure you check that out. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the New Breed podcast, where we are navigating culture by building kingdom.